Okay.
You can visit us in Julian or 78. We'll get you all the best, just as trinkets and mouse. Come on down to Mom's Pie House. So delicious that you may just have to clean up your blouse. Come on down to Mom's Pie House.
You're singing it, but you're not selling it.
So the sizzle, not the steak.
That doesn't make me want to go and buy pie.
That's a great one.
Okay, Tyler and Angela group ready?
I think it was, sorry again.
Yes.
Sorry, because you were going in first. And Steve, oh yeah, Steve, we're gonna have to have you a lot closer. Yeah, maybe on the side with Andrea. Yeah, that's better because we can see you better, I think. Yeah. Thank you.
So taller.
Take it away. Oh, can you guys hear that at all?
Barely. I needed to be louder than that. Seriously.
Sorry, it probably is because it's just pointed out.
Oh, and then we have no monitor, right? Used to monitors.
I like that though.
Yeah, sing that one.
Yeah, actually, if you can hear Andrea, that might be.
Don't be shy in what you say, just come on down. You'll convince all your neighbors to follow your cue. You need a good house for an affordable price from a couple local folks who are really nice. Well, then run by, you don't have to think twice to see that it's true. That Tyler and Angela do.
Because we mostly just.
Yeah, I barely heard the girls.
I don't know. Yeah, how can we?
Well, I stand back a little bit more.
We can get cheeky.
Okay.
Is that?
Kiss the microphone.
Guys, seriously, it's on the air.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, I just did that.
What?
I'm having too much fun with this thing.
Should it be
Very nice.
diagonal or straight on?
They tried diagonals too. Yeah, I mean, they want it to where even everyone in the farthest corner can see.
Mine is everyone on that side can go.
No, yeah, they like it.
There are a couple of hairdressers that are
Yeah,
much
on air.
able to consult with us, but we've done that. I just looked at stuff.
Does it matter?
Special events seems more accurate. Baldur's Gate 3 at least.
We're singing the words we got.
Oh yeah, how was it? Oh my gosh,
I should, because I'm not going to make it. I should have asked you to grab an extra playbook.
Well, there was a lip sync back
my Jesus! No, mother coming. Not how we do it. See the context of that.
Yes, Andrea. Yes. And were you able to hear it pretty well? Yeah. Do you think you could do a little bit like part of your upstage hand? Not even necessarily.
Oh, just like a.
Yeah. Yeah. Would that be okay?
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be great. I can do tempo.
Sell it. You gotta sell it. And I'm thinking, okay, you know, you're gonna chose that song. It's kind of like American Idol, or you know, like you pick that song.
Really good. Should be alright. I'm supposed to be starting soon.
So we decided for a
Right.
beige look. Ready in San Diego.
here,
Claudia,
all the way up.
having you stand back
You know.
a bit farther. You guys.
That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay, then well done. You got it.
I've worked with two mics.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah, if you guys want, I don't know if that's weird, but. No, that's fine. Okay. Do you want me to hold this sheet out right here?
No.
Okay.
No, because it won't ever be where I want it and it
Yeah,
won't make me
Steve,
nuts.
we can't hear you at all. Just figured out. So,
Thank you.
I don't know if, are you able to like cheat in with your shoulders? Like, could you try, rather than standing straight, could you like angle yourself? Yeah, but probably facing, well, Michael, you tell him mine too. So you're like decisive, so.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah,
You
that
can make
might-
decisions.
Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah, I think the other way's better because I think the other direction's better because this way, we don't, like, you kind of close yourself off. Yeah.
So step closer and get your shoulder in there.
Yeah.
Step in.
Yes,
Step in
Steve, I
tight.
agree, you should try to be closer. You guys are all hams in 1940, this is an awesome job, you get to be on the radio, so you don't wanna be
Step
hurt.
in so you have body contact.
So, yeah, so we wanna make sure that everybody's in there as much as they can.
He's not stepping in.
Thank you.
Goose in.
Ready?
I can't stand any closer. I feel like I
Alright.
have to crouch.
Alright, Dave,
I know, that's not
everybody quiet.
One more time.
I want everybody to be completely quiet. So when Dave hits the go button, we can all hear it, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Ready.
Tyler and Angela do. They do real estate for real people today. Don't be shy, hey, what do you say? Just come on down, you tell your neighbors to follow your cue. You can house with an affordable price. Couple local folks who are really nice. Step on down, you don't have to think twice to see that it's true. That Tyler and Angela do. We've gotta wait for that note,
Oh,
please.
yeah, good point, the wrist, yeah.
Okay, now let's go.
Tyler and
I didn't hear
Angela
anything.
do.
I didn't hear it at all.
I got it.
Yeah.
He's
Still.
He's in the minority.
Yeah.
I'm wearing.
You'd be lucky.
Yeah.
So am I. Oh, you should.
Or is it someone like that?
As long as it's check.
You and I doing this, what if you do this way? Yeah.
I think it's that one looks better.
Then you can use it here.
That's
that.
why
See the height?
because it's not something us.
And
let's see if we can
So you're just leaning it over, you're not like.
One plus
Oh.
we're open to that end. What about, can you do something like this? Is that more, less? Well, I don't know if it was.
I don't do lunges. This is great.
Ellie, he's not hiring.
Are you centered over your feet, or are you over one leg more than the other?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't look really like that.
No. Kira, can you do something like this, where you
Yeah, if you
put
just
solid
open
on
here.
one foot and
You
your
just
other
open-
toe is
Open
pointed?
your leg as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just point your toe. Are you able to bend any more?
Well,
so
you
you're
could,
close
you
to
could
the-
do it on the ball of your foot, on the outside foot,
Yeah, that's
for
what I'm doing.
stability, but, yeah.
Okay, chill.
But that way you can bend this knee a little.
Yeah, because if that will work, yeah, it looks nicer than like I'm trying to bend down to the microphone. You gotta suffer for your craft.
Trying not to do it as long as possible.
No,
And
that's
Andrea
true.
will have heels tomorrow too, so.
Yeah, that's a good
it'll be-
point.
So maybe we can raise the microphone.
Oh well, actually that's true. Those shoes are essentially for Sophronia.
Well,
Actually,
if you have
both of us have been in
heels,
flat
then
support
we can make it taller.
I like you. Yeah, now your heels are so big.
That's about as tall as I'm gonna get. Maybe taller. I don't remember, like 3 inches. Maybe.
Okay.
Still a little bit taller than myself.
How,
Is this where I wanna be? 'Cause I
how
wanna-
directional
Yeah,
is
we
this
can
mic,
start.
Dave? Do we know?
Yeah. What I'm wondering is if we should slow it down a little bit more and if I can raise the volume for that minuscule intro, because.
That
like,
would be helpful,
I
cause
don't
it's
have it
easily
dropped down.
missed.
Yeah, I mean, 4 notes. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, that's my keyboard, you know.
That's 3, actually.
1, 2, 3. Yeah,
Tyler,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe you could
that's
hum at the
crazy.
beginning, on the recording, like.
add something to the piano track, like if I add like a, let me think about what I can.
Okay.
Yeah, to make that part louder, especially, and then the rest of the volume seems okay, but that part's so soft.
Okay, let's go to the top of show so we can get
Pick your places.
Good job, you guys. Yeah. Hi. I don't know if that's like a time for a pause, though. And the higher sounded like a song. Like I think we're that was nice. What did they do? Yeah. So
needs to have the dimmer off. There we go. And now, Alec, you're up.
Hold on. I'm gonna figure out a light.
Yeah, that's our pickup.
Yeah.
The 1940s.
Can't see on stage without the light.
Just wait for backstage.
Well, he's only doing the intro in the dark.
He's doing the intro.
The light comes on right after. Quiet in the house.
I'm ready.
Go ahead, Alec.
Welcome to A Night on the Town. This evening, we will be presenting a show that includes 4 episodes of actual radio plays that were broadcast live over the air during the 1940s, a time when people gathered around the radio after dinner. You will hear stories that will have you laughing, give you a chill to the bone, and test your detective skills. We hope to leave you amused, titillated, intrigued, but most of all entertained. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the talents of radio station KJUL.
In world news, the United Nations has started another organization to help children. UNICEF, or United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund, will be helping disadvantaged children throughout the world. In U.S. news, the Battle of Alcatraz is over. 3 of the 6 inmates who have attempted to escape and took the prison hostage have been killed, along with 2 of the prison guards. The Everglades Park in Florida has been dedicated as a national park by President Truman. In local news, since the war has ended, the U.S. Navy repair station here in San Diego has been redesignated by the Secretary of the Navy as the Naval Station San Diego. The base will continue to support and repair active fleet ships. In Balboa Park, as the first step of a carefully planned expansion program, the San Diego Zoo has just completed a set of modern uniform cages to house many of the smaller animals. Located in the northeast corner of the zoo, the new unit contains squirrels, porcupines, and other small rodents. Stay tuned for more news breaks. Coming up, KJUL Story Hour.
Hey, Barbara, Nancy tried to make those lemon bars you had at the Halloween party.
Yeah?
They didn't come out as good.
That's odd. I make them all the time and they come out, everybody loves them.
Yeah, we love them too. Nancy thought maybe an ingredient was wrong. Can you write it down again for her? She wants to make them for a baby shower this weekend.
Sure.
Oh, hi, Lila.
How are you, Tom?
I'm well, thank you.
Hello, William.
Lila.
I've got coffee if anyone wants some.
Yeah, I'll take some.
No, you won't. You'll drink it all.
Well, nobody else drinks it.
That's because you drink it all.
Yeah, I like your hat. It's very fetching. Oh, I think you, Judy. I got it on sale down at Sykes. Oh, it's a
I don't know. Is Roger going to be there?
Is he buying?
You should be buying him a drink, cheapskate.
Ouch!
Hey Larry, Dennis is out again today. Can you read his parts?
What? I read for him last week. Why is he out this time?
He's sick.
Oh, he's sick, all right. Sick of working.
Oh, Larry, I'll do it.
But you're in Aces, Barbara.
I can handle it, and I am there already.
Are you sure?
No problem.
Okay, thank you.
I think Dennis should be buying us a drink.
You got that right.
Boys, really?
Oh, good evening, Gracie.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, George. Oh, hey guys, I don't think we have time tonight.
No way!
What? Again? Why not?
You said that last week. And the week before that.
And the week before that.
How long is it again?
Very short. 8, 10 minutes.
8 minutes?
Yeah, it's great. It's good. You'll like it.
What is it again?
It's a mystery snack. Like a mystery to solve, like this whodunit with this guy.
Okay. You've got 5 minutes. You're on after Mink.
5 minutes, damn! Can't do 5 minutes. What?
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, sure. You guys need to step back. We've got to get on the air.
We can't do 5 minutes.
2 minutes to air, everybody.
We'll cut it.
How?
It'll be fine. Give me a pen.
All right, quiet on set, please. 1 minute, everybody. Places. Quiet on set, please. We are on air in 5, 4, 3, 2.
George, I'm thinking of buying a house.
What?
I talked to Tyler and Angela do real estate today. They are such nice people. They said they could help with whatever I needed.
Gracie, we have a house.
Oh, it's not for me, silly. It's for Mother.
Your mother?
Yes. Wouldn't it be wonderful if she lived here?
I'm not sure wonderful is the word for it.
Well, Mother and I were talking this morning, and I said I wish she lived closer. Then I was talking about it to Blanche, and she gave me a card. It said, real estate for real people. And I thought, it's just like a hint.
You mean like a sign?
Well, of course it's a sign, George. You gotta be able to read it.
No, of course.
I'm going to make a list of all the things Mother wants so they can find the perfect place.
I'm sure they'll love that.
I want you to give it to Tyler and Angela today so they can get started. The card is on the desk and it says, real estate
for real people. Got it.
Oh, thank you, dear.
Okay, we're here with Angela.
Why are you guys not there? Sorry.
Do not know.
I'm sorry. I totally forgot.
Got it, remember.
Okay, can you go back?
Yeah, bring it back a little.
So, it's the list, guys.
Good job, Claudia. Steve, gold star.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Well, of course it's a sign, George. You gotta be able to read it.
Of course.
I'm going to make a list of all the things Mother wants so they can find the perfect place.
I'm sure they'll love that.
I want you to give it to Tyler and Angela today so they can get started. The card is on the desk and it says real
Estate for real people.
Oh.
Got it.
Thank you, George.
Right.
Tyler and Angela do real estate for real people today. Don't be shy, hey, what do you say? Just come on by and feel your neighbors to follow your cue. Do you need a good house for an affordable price from a couple local folks who are really nice? So stop on by, you don't have to think twice to see that it's true that Tyler and Angela do.
Well, it's Thanksgiving morning as we look in at the Burns' home, but that's not the subject of discussion between George and Gracie. It seems that George is going to be best man at a friend's wedding, and he's telling Gracie all about it.
Hold on a minute.
Do we have a music cue?
How long
When
is
that
it?
play?
Is that before the announcer?
That should have been before.
Oh, that's right.
Is it 5 seconds or how long?
Yeah, it's like 10 seconds.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Sounds nice. So that's good, so that helps the Tyler and Angela people get off stage.
Right.
That's 15 seconds.
Perfect,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah,
And that should happen before Anthony starts talking.
Thank you.
yeah, as soon as Tyler and Angela's finished.
Do you wanna back up for the cue again, so you can hear it?
Sure.
Yeah, just the cues and thresh. It's okay.
Here we go.
Well, it's Thanksgiving morning as we look in at the Burns' home, but that's not the subject of discussion between George and Gracie. It seems that George is going to be best man at a friend's wedding, and he's telling Gracie all about it.
It's Bob Webster that's getting married, Gracie.
Bob Webster?
Yeah, you remember the Webster boys? We had them for dinner here that one night.
Oh, yes. Oh, Bob is the one who spilled gravy on the tablecloth's brother.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh.
Well, Bob is finally going to settle down and marry himself a wife.
Well, wouldn't it be better if he married a single girl?
She is single.
Oh, good. Oh, do I know her?
I don't think so. She's marrying Carol.
Oh, I thought she was marrying Bob Webster. Well, who's Bob marrying?
Marrying Carol.
He's marrying the same person?
No, look.
Well, then who's he marrying?
Marrying Carol.
Oh, well, George, for a best man, you certainly are mixed up.
Gracie, this Marion is spelled M-A-R-I-A-N. Now, do you understand?
Well, of course I understand. I'm no dumbbell.
Good. The bride is marrying Carol.
All right. Now, who's the groom marrying?
Oh, nuts.
Oh, nuts! Oh, it's an Irish girl, huh?
Yes, Molly O'Nuts. Well, anyway, this is the first time I've ever been a best man. How do you think I should dress?
Oh, the usual way. First you put on your underwear and
No, I don't mean that. I mean, how should I dress at the wedding?
Oh, well, I wouldn't. I'd dress here.
No, just forget the whole thing. I'll go to the wedding in a tuxedo.
Well, it's only a couple of blocks. Why don't you walk?
Well, a tuxedo is that funny black suit that I wore when we got married.
Oh, have you still got that suit?
Well, sure.
You must owe a lot of rent on it by now.
Yeah, about $30,000.
Really?
Well, now, I'm going to go out and borrow some studs, but first I better put this wedding ring where it'll be safe.
Oh, what a beautiful ring. It's set with diamonds and everything.
Yeah, Bob was so nervous he asked me to keep it.
Oh, let me wear it until the wedding tomorrow.
Oh, no, you might lose it. Besides, you've got a wedding ring.
Oh, but this one is so beautiful.
Gracie, a wedding ring is just a symbol. It doesn't matter if it's solid brass.
Well, I know. I love my ring. But this one is so exquisite. Oh, I won't lose it. I've never lost mine.
Well, honey, this ring cost $1,000. Yours cost $5.
No, George, no. My ring cost $10.
No, I paid $5 for it.
Are you sure?
Well, certainly.
Well, then you forgot to give me my change.
I'll owe it to you. Well, Bob's ring goes right in this drawer, and I want it to stay there. Now, I've got to find some tuxedo studs and get my suit pressed.
Oh, there's Blanche Martin at the door. Oh, come on in, Blanche.
Hello, folks. Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Same
thank
to
you,
you,
Blanche.
Blanche.
Say, Gracie, I'm having a buncheon for dinner. I'm wondering, could I borrow that wonderful little pot of yours that cooks things so fast?
Oh, well, certainly. Go along with her, George.
No, I meant your Presto cooker.
Oh, that. Well, sure. I'll be done with it in a few minutes.
Say, Blanche, has Harry got some tuxedo studs I can borrow?
I think so.
I'm best man at Bob Webster's wedding tomorrow.
Really? Who's Bob marrying?
Marion Carroll.
No, George, you're mixed up again. He's marrying Molly O'Nuts.
Now, let's not get back into that routine. I'll go over and borrow the studs from Harry.
Well, how's your Thanksgiving dinner coming along, Gracie?
Oh, just fine, Blanche. I've made pumpkin pie and chestnut dressing, and see, I've got the oven turned to 350 degrees. What's perfect for browning and turkey. Oh, that reminds me, I better check on it. Uh-oh.
I'm in trouble.
You burnt the turkey?
No, I forgot to get one.
Oh, fine, and I'll bet George is so hungry he could eat the table leaves.
But quick, put him in the oven.
I was only kidding, Gracie. You gotta have a turkey.
But Blanche, the markets are all closed. How will I get one?
Drive out to the country and buy one from a farmer.
Well, hey, that's a good idea.
Sure. What do you want, a Tom turkey?
Tom Turkey, Sam Turkey, who cares what his name is? I'm gonna feed him to George, not introduce him. Now you help yourself to the cooker, and I'll head for the country.
All right.
Oh, I wonder if I dare. Yes, I'll wear it. Blanche, isn't this a beautiful wedding ring?
Oh, it's magnificent, you lucky girl.
Oh, no, it's not mine. It belongs to the girl Bob Webster's gonna marry.
Oh, nuts.
Oh, that's right, Molly. Well, George told me not to wear it, but I'm going to anyhow.
Gracie, are you the sort of wife who disobeys her husband?
Well, certainly I'm normal. See you later, Blanche.
Well, there they are, ma'am. I got about 20 turkeys left. I'm selling them for 60 cents a pound.
Well, I guess I'll have to pay it, but my husband insists on turkey. But it does seem high.
Costs a lot of money to feed an old gobbler.
Yes, especially when he insists on turkey.
Want me to pick one out for you?
Oh, no, you might try to fool me. I'll pick him out myself. I'm an expert. I know all about turkeys, from their mains to their withers.
Yes, I can tell you're an expert, all right. See one you want.
Oh, I see one I don't want. That turkey nearest the fence, it's got flat feet.
Yep. Besides, it's a duck.
Well, I want a turkey. Oh, there's a cute little baby one.
He'll be a fine bird when he grows up. He's milk-fed.
Oh, now there you go trying to fool me. That little turkey couldn't be milk-fed. He's too short to reach a cow's faucet.
I'm sorry I tried to fool you.
Well, I better pick out a turkey. Eeny, meeny, miny, oh my goodness.
What's the matter?
Oh, the wedding ring, it's gone. It must have slipped off my finger here in the turkey pen.
Well, I don't see nothing of it.
Oh, if that ring's gone, my husband will murder me. It's $1,000 wedding ring.
I bet I know what happened. One of them turkeys took it.
Well, quick, which one of them's planning to get married?
Look, lady, I mean one of them turkeys swallowed it.
Oh, that's terrible. You see, the ring isn't mine. My husband had it for another woman.
My, you Hollywood folks.
Oh, quick, get it out of the turkey.
Well, I don't know which one swallowed it.
Well, I wish it'd been my wedding ring. We'd know right away. He turned green. Oh, but you've got to get it.
Well, I can't kill all them turkeys. It's too late to sell them.
Oh, well, I don't want you to kill them. Just turn them inside out and shake them.
Lady, the only way to find that ring is for you to buy these turkeys and let me kill them.
No, sir. I can't let 19 innocent turkeys die just because one of them is a thief. I'll take them home with me and find the guilty one somehow.
Well, just as you say, ma'am.
But how will I get all these turkeys into town?
Well, I'll truck them in.
Well, that's a long way to dance. But then you look healthy. Here's my address. Put them on the back porch.
Gracie, I'm home. Where are you? Huh, I guess she's out in the kitchen. Hey, Gracie, I got the tuxedo studs. No, not in here either. Maybe she's on the back porch. Holy smoke! Her mother's here for Thanksgiving. Oh, no, it couldn't be her mother. She talks louder than that. I'll have another look. Hey, who's out there? Oh, Gracie, come in the house. I want to talk to you. What goes on here? There must be a dozen turkeys on her back porch.
Oh, no, don't exaggerate, dear. There are only 20.
Why in the world would you buy 20 turkeys?
Why?
Yeah, why?
Oh, you see, When I left the farm, there were only 2 turkeys, but they happen to be male and female, and, well, you know turkeys. Now we've got 20.
That's rabbits.
No, they're turkeys. Look again.
No, I mean, turkeys can't multiply like rabbits.
Well-
Turkeys lay eggs.
Oh, well, there's something rabbits can't do, so they're even.
Gracie, stop being silly. Why did you buy 20 turkeys?
Oh, all right. I guess I'll have to tell you the truth.
I should hope so. It's enough turkeys to fill the Salvation Army baskets.
Oh, you guessed it.
Huh?
Those turkeys are for the Salvation Army. They were donated by a kind farmer.
Oh, well, thanks for telling the truth.
Well, thanks for thinking of it. Now, excuse me, dear. I have to run out and borrow some fishing tackle.
You're going fishing? Where?
Well, if I told you, you'd say I was crazy.
I'll take a chance. Where are you going fishing?
Inside those turkeys.
You're crazy.
Oh, see, I told you.
But Gracie.
Goodbye, dear.
Oh, what a little screwball. Well, I'll put a stop to this foolishness. I'll call the Salvation Army and tell them to come and pick up their turkeys.
What? You let the Salvation Army take those turkeys?
Well, certainly. They have to dress them and send them out.
They may have to dress 19 of them, but one of those turkeys can afford the best tailor in town.
What?
I'll see you later, dear.
What are you talking about?
Is this the Salvation Army headquarters?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, do you still have the turkeys you got from Mr. Burns?
Why, yes.
Oh, thank goodness. He wants them back right away.
You mean he's changed his mind?
Yeah. Yes, that's it. He gave you the turkeys by mistake. He meant to give you change. Loose change.
Huh?
Well, you see, my husband was too proud to tell you, but our children are starving, and that's why we've got to have those turkeys back.
All 20 of them?
Yes.
But Mrs. Burns, 20 turkeys will feed 200 children.
So, 4 of my kids will go hungry.
It's impossible for a woman to have 204 children.
Well, I had them the easy way. 102 sets of twins.
102 sets of twins.
Well, my husband makes bookends, and it's affected his whole life.
Mrs. Burns, I'm afraid this is unbelievable.
You don't believe my husband makes bookends, huh?
I don't believe any of it.
Oh. Well, all right then, I'll tell you the truth. One of those turkeys has a $1,000 ring inside of it.
Oh, I'm afraid you're mistaken. No ring was found when those turkeys were cleaned.
Well, it must have been there. What cleaner did you send them to?
We cleaned them ourselves, and there was no ring in... Wait a moment. There was a baby turkey in the flock, too small to kill. He's here in the back room. Maybe he swallowed the ring.
Oh, that cute little baby. Oh, that baby couldn't be a juvenile delinquent. I'm sure he didn't swallow the ring. Oh, sounds like I was wrong.
Shall we kill him and recover the ring?
Oh, no, he's just a baby. And an orphan, too. You've already killed his mother and father and all his aunts and uncles. Oh, don't you worry, little turkey. Gracie will protect you. I'll take him home with me.
But Mrs. Burns, that turkey has a $1,000 ring inside of him. How will you get it?
Well, I'll think of something. Come on, you little Fort Knox with feathers.
The Hills of Home. Friendly American hills that today embrace a grateful nation, offering thanks for bountiful crops and rich harvests. Yes, on this most traditional of all American holidays, happy families are gathered at home celebrating this Thanksgiving in feasting and good cheer, enjoying the warm fellowship and generous hospitality that makes this day one of the favorite holidays of the year. And the folks at Tyler and Angela Do Real Estate are happy indeed they are able to help people find their perfect home to have Thanksgiving traditions.
I told you not to touch that ring. Now it's inside this silly turkey.
Oh, please, George, he didn't know what he was doing. He's just a baby. An orphan.
Orphan, smorphin. I'm gonna chop his head off, cut him open, and take him apart.
Oh, but George, he might not recover from a thing like that.
So he doesn't recover. Now give him here.
No, wait, George. We're not absolutely positive he swallowed the ring. Let's make sure before we do anything.
How?
Well, let's take him to the doctor and have him x-rayed.
I'm not going to a doctor's office just to have a turkey x-rayed.
Well, all right. While we're there, he can take out your appendix.
Now just give me the turkey.
No, George, no. You may be hurting an innocent baby. We'll take him to the doctor and have him x-rayed.
Oh, no, we won't.
Oh, yes, we will.
Oh, no, we won't.
Here's the doctor's office, George. You stay in here in the waiting room with the turkey. I'll go see if the doctor's busy.
Make it snappy. You go ahead.
Come in.
Are you the doctor?
Yes, I'm sorry my receptionist isn't here today, but I always come into the office on Thanksgiving, do a tremendous bicarbonate business.
Well, I want you to take an x-ray.
Very well. Step behind that screen and remove your clothes, please.
All right, doctor, but can I peek over the screen while you x-ray the patient?
You're not the patient.
Oh, no, my husband has him outside. We think he swallowed a ring.
Oh, a baby.
Yes, he's only about 2 weeks old.
Is he in any pain?
Oh, no, he's very lively. On the way here, he jumped out of the car, and my husband chased him for 2 blocks.
And he's only 2 weeks old?
Mm-hmm, but very agile. We finally caught him on top of a mailbox.
This promises to be a remarkable case. How did he happen to swallow this ring?
Well, the ring fell on the ground, and I think he ate it by mistake when he snapped at a grasshopper.
You allow him to eat grasshoppers? What kind of mother are you?
Oh, I'm not his mother. He's an orphan. His mother and father were killed by the Salvation Army.
I'm a bit confused. Suppose you just bring the patient in.
All right. I hope you can take the x-ray through his feathers.
The baby has feathers.
Well, certainly. All turkeys do.
The patient is a turkey.
Yes. Now I'll bring him in for x-ray.
Madam, I am not a veterinarian.
Well, who cares if you eat meat? Just x-ray the patient.
I'll make a bargain with you. I'll x-ray your turkey if you promise never to tell anyone.
Well, all right, if you don't want the business. Oh, imagine you thinking the turkey was a baby.
Yeah. Well, I guess I should have realized that a 2-week-old baby wouldn't be eating grasshoppers.
Oh, well, of course not. My brother Willie didn't start until he was a grown man.
For this, I opened the office.
All right, George, bring the turkey in.
Here he is, doctor. Gosh, I feel silly.
You are not alone.
Oh, now quiet, baby. You're going to be x-rayed to see if you swallowed the ring.
I'll just put him here behind the fluoroscope, right here.
Oh, my goodness. I don't see the ring, but he certainly has swallowed a lot of bones.
You are looking at his skeleton. Wait, oh, I see it. The ring is in his esophagus.
Oh, now, doctor, I'm over 21. You can say stomach in front of me.
It's in the bird's stomach. It's not there. It's lodged halfway down its throat.
Can we get it without killing him?
Not unless he coughs it up, and turkeys rarely cough.
Well, then I'll have to kill him. Come on, Gracie.
Oh, no, George, please give him a chance.
But suppose he never coughs up the ring. I'll have to cough up $1,000.
Oh, I thought you kept your money in the bank.
Come on. Well, this is silly.
Well, try once more. A great big puff. Coughed.
He didn't cough, I coughed.
Oh, well, why? You didn't swallow the ring.
I swallowed some smoke.
Oh, well, we don't need that. You can keep it.
Oh, thanks. Come in.
Well, hi, Burns is what's doing.
Hello, Margaret. George is blowing smoke at the turkey.
Well, George, you have to kill the turkey before you smoke it.
I'm not smoking the turkey.
No, he's smoking a cigar.
I'm trying to get a wedding ring out of this turkey.
Well, George, I don't think the two of you would be happy together.
Margaret.
But if you do make a go of it, I hope your kids look like the turkey.
If you'll be quiet a minute, I'll explain this thing.
Okay.
It's a fascinating story. You see, there's a big wedding tomorrow, and I've been picked as the best man.
Well, right away, it's fascinating.
Bob Webster's getting married, and he gave me a wedding ring to keep for him.
Bob Webster, huh? Who's he marrying?
Marion Carroll.
Oh, George, you still haven't got it right. He's marrying that Irish girl.
Oh, quiet.
Oh, I thought it was nuts.
On the happy couple looking for a house, they should go talk to my friends Tyler and Angela do real estate.
I think they're already looking at houses.
They should go talk to Tyler and Angela anyway. They can help with whatever they need at whatever stage they are.
Well, I'll let Bob know.
I hear you and Gracie are looking for a house?
Gracie is looking for a house for her mother. I gave a list of her demands, wishes, to them this afternoon.
Well, great. They do real estate for real people anywhere in the county.
Oh, Mother's going to live right next door.
Well, anyway, this ring cost $1,000. Gracie dropped it, and this turkey swallowed it.
And now George wants to kill the poor little turkey. How can we stop him, Margaret?
Oh, well, that's easy. Give the poor little miserable creature a bop on the head.
The turkey?
No, George.
Oh.
He'll be so shocked he won't want to kill the turkey, and then he will go out into the world with a smile on his handsome face, and you'll be proud to be seen with him.
George?
No, the turkey. Oh, you'll be proud of George, too. He'll be happy because Tyler and Angela made you and your mama happy, which makes George happy. It will warm his heart and keep him from harming that innocent bird. Now, then you and your little pet can waddle around the house and you can feed him and care for him all his life.
The turkey?
No,
George.
And just see that he talks to Tyler and Angela do real estate. They are good people, locals, you know. They both graduated from Julian High School and they live right here. They do real estate for real people, and I know they'll be glad to hear me say that.
George?
No, the sponsor.
Oh, a switch.
Yeah.
Well, I see. I've had enough of this. I want that ring. It's just too bad for this turkey. I'm going to take the axe and let him have it.
Oh, don't let him have it, George. He'll beat your brains out.
I'm going out and sharpen the axe, and if that turkey hasn't coughed up that ring in 30 minutes, he's through.
Oh, I wish I'd never seen Molly O'Quiet's wedding ring.
Gracie, her name is Marion Carroll, and she's a very sweet girl. I know her.
You mean she's tender-hearted?
Oh, yes.
Well, then I think I can save this turkey. Oh, call her and get her over here right away. So that's the situation, Marion. Your ring is inside this darling little turkey, and I know you wouldn't want him killed.
Well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Burns, but I've got to have my wedding ring.
Well, you can have it, but the turkey goes with it.
Well, suppose people want to see the ring?
Well, show him an x-ray.
But I can't get married without a ring.
Oh, sure you can. Just change the ceremony a bit. The groom says, with this turkey, I thee wed.
Now look, I've got to have my wedding ring. I can't go on a honeymoon without it.
So the turkey goes with you. He'd make a wonderful chaperone.
Now, why would I need a chaperone on my honeymoon?
Well, husbands get awfully fresh. George even tried to kiss me.
Oh, Mrs. Burns, I'd be embarrassed taking a turkey on my honeymoon.
Well, then wrap it up in a blanket and say it's your baby.
I don't think that would save embarrassment.
The turkey has been out for a little walk, and he comes back unexpectedly and catches you and your husband holding hands. Naturally, he wants to let you know he's there, so he gives a little cough. Bingo! Up pops your ring!
Mrs. Burns, I've heard enough.
Oh, I've really convinced you, huh?
No. I'm getting married in a few hours, and I want my ring. Turkey or no turkey?
Well, look, Marion, I'll make a bargain with you. Spare this turkey's life, and I'll see that you get the thrill supreme at your wedding.
What's that?
My husband will sing. Oh, his voice is perfect for a wedding.
But I don't
When
think that...
George sings, people think they're at a wedding whether they are or not. The minute he opens his mouth, they start throwing old shoes.
Now, really, Mrs. Burns, I don't think that's very necessary. I can go on.
Gracie, time's up. I come for the turkey.
Hello, Mr. Burns.
Hello, Marion.
George, Marion wants you to sing at her wedding. Now give her a sample of your orange blossom baritone.
Oh, but Mr. Burns...
Now, Marion, I'll be glad to do it. Get a load of this. I love you truly, truly, dear.
Oh.
Life with its sorrows,
Wow.
life with its
George,
tears.
the turkey is choking.
Oh, look! He coughed up my wedding ring!
Oh, wonderful!
I'll just take it with me just to be safe. Goodbye, Mrs. Burns.
Goodbye, Marion. Oh, George!
Yes, dear.
George, she's gone.
Oh, do I get the job?
Oh, yes, dear. Anytime a turkey swallows a ring, we'll call on you.
That I'm a success.
Yes, dear. Yes, you are. Happy Thanksgiving.
Good night and happy Thanksgiving.
Great show, everybody! All right, suspense, get ready. You've got 2 minutes. One minute to air. Places. Quiet on set, please. We are on air in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Suspense. This is the Man in Black, here again to introduce this week's episode, a study in terror by Lucille Fletcher called The Diary of Sophronia Winters, sponsored by Wynola Junction Antiques and Collectibles. Come take a trip down memory lane. We can't wait to see you. The story told by this diary is tonight's tale of suspense. If you've been with us, you will know that suspense is composed of mystery and suspicion and dangerous adventure. In this series are tales calculated to intrigue you, to stir your nerves, to offer you a precarious situation and then withhold the solution until the last possible moment. It's a thriller. If it's half as good as we think it is, you can call it a shocker. And we present it proudly and without apologies. After all, a story doesn't have to appeal to the heart. It can also appeal to the spine. Sometimes you want your heart to be warm. Sometimes you want your spine to tingle. The tingling, it's to be hoped, will be quite audible. As you listen tonight to the Diary of Sophronia Winters, we again hope to keep you in suspense.
February 1st, St. Petersburg, Florida. I, Sophronia Winters, have hereby begun this diary because on this date, I feel for the first time that I've begun to live. Diaries are no good unless one has thrilling experiences. For 40 years, I've never had what could be really called a thrilling experience. But Papa's death has changed everything. Here I am in beautiful St. Petersburg, Florida, with everything to start anew. Money in my purse, 2 suitcases full of new clothes, and a gorgeous new permanent wave. romance. It doesn't matter whether you're 17 or 70. There are parties and dances and bingo games and flirtations for all. My landlady, in fact, tells me that people often become engaged and even married to perfect strangers overnight. I'm still shy, of course, but just the same. It's so fun and so thrilling to think, what's fate may just be around the corner. February 3rd. Oh, diary, it is beginning. This morning when I came out of my lodging house down to the beach, I noticed a man, a thrilling looking man, sitting across the street on the bench. It was just as though he were waiting for me. Because when I came out, he sort of started up as though he knew me. Of course, I didn't speak first. But I knew the minute I started down the street that he was following me. Well, I got to the beach and sat down with my magazine, and suddenly, there he was, strolling toward me with a broad smile.
Well, sitting out here all by your lonesome.
Oh, yes. Yes, I am.
Didn't I see you last night over at the Starfish Tea Room?
The Starfish Tea Room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Yes, I was there yesterday. But it was so crowded, I'm afraid I don't recall.
Mighty nice cuisine they've got over there. Mind if I sit down beside you?
Oh, no, not at all. Oh, just a minute. See, on this magazine, the beach is so sandy.
Oh, sand doesn't bother me. I'm from Maine, you know. We get plenty of sand up there.
Do you?
You've been down here at St. Pete long?
Oh, just 3 days.
3 days? That's a long time. It's a wonder I didn't spot you before.
Oh, mister.
Johnson's the name. Hiram Johnson.
Oh.
I come from Green Harbor, Maine. Run a big hotel up there summers.
Oh?
Well, that's my whole story in a nutshell.
Well, my name's Sophronia. Sophronia Winters.
Sophronia?
Uh-huh.
Well, you know, that's quite a coincidence. My sister-in-law's name was Sophronia.
Oh.
Sophronia Johnson. You ever heard of her? She looked quite a bit like you, too.
Sophronia Johnson. No, I'm afraid I haven't. Was she someone very famous? I'm so ignorant about these things.
Oh, that's all right. Say, look at that sun, will you? I'd say it's pretty nearly time for lunch.
And Diary, darling, he is wonderful, strong and kind, warm-hearted, so generous. I don't want to be like the other silly women in this town, but Hiram is different. There's something almost poetic about him, something sad and deep.
You know, Sophronia, it's kind of mysterious as finding that 9-point starfish on the beach together. My sister-in-law, Sophronia, used to collect 9-point starfish. And to think your name's Sophronia, and you find a 9-point starfish with me, well, it kind of draws us together, eh? What do you think?
I feel as though I'd known him completely, as though I'd known him all my life. My landlady says it's foolish. But look at Romeo and Juliet. Weren't they foolish?
What's the good of waiting, Sophronia? I've got to be back at the hotel in a week. We may never see each other again.
Oh, Hiram, don't say that. I couldn't bear it.
Then let's do it right away. Tomorrow? There's a parson out on Coral Avenue who'll do the job for us. We could take a nice moonlit drive out to the alligator farm afterwards. Have a nice short dinner. Then climb on board the Orange Blossom tomorrow night from Maine. Just think of Maine. The big, dark pine woods, the sand, the bay, the two of us, alone together.
The two of us alone together. February 7th, on board the Orange Blossom.
I was married in a wedding dress of Alice Blue Moray, with a thrill of organdy at the collar and the wrists, and a rhinestone belt buckle. Hiram sent me talisman roses, and pressing one precious flower between the pages of this diary for luck.
You'll see it beyond this bend in a couple of minutes. Bags heavy?
Not particularly, dearest. Oh, I can't get over that taxi man at the station. Imagine his insolence saying that he couldn't drive us
Oh,
over.
maybe he didn't have any gas. It happens sometimes around here.
Well, anyway, I'm glad the weather's so mild. Can you imagine what it'd be like in a blizzard?
There's the place.
Oh, wait a minute, I don't want to look until I put these bags down. Okay, now where?
There, through those big pine woods.
Oh, whoa, it is big, isn't it?
125 rooms.
Oh, so many fire escapes and balconies and porches and towers. I stayed in a hotel like that once years ago with Papa, who's very fashionable man.
My grandfather built that place 50 years ago. Hasn't been changed much since.
No. Well, of course, you put in modern plumbing.
Not yet. Here we are. Walk in.
Oh, what's that?
Just a foghorn out in the bay.
Fog?
We get it almost every night in this kind of weather.
What are you locking the gate for?
Why not? There's nobody coming in after us, or going out again for a while.
But I thought you said the hotel.
The hotel is empty.
Hiram?
What is it now?
Hiram, darling, I know it sounds silly, but let's not go in there tonight. Let's wait until the morning.
What?
Oh, just because it's so dark and empty. There's not a light on in the whole place, and no one's expecting us. Well, what do we eat? And where do we sleep? Let's stay in the village just for tonight.
Don't be silly. I've got things to eat and a place to sleep. Come on.
Oh! My arm, Hiram, what are you doing?
You remember my telling you down in Florida about my sister-in-law, Sophronia? Yes. Well, that's her. Over there on the wall. Take a look at her.
Hiram, you hurt me. Do you realize that? You twisted my arm.
There she is. What do you think?
Oh, well, the glass is very dusty. She must have died many years ago, but her face is sweet, very sweet, and her eyes, well, there's something very sad and wistful about her eyes.
She was a murderess.
What? No!
She was hanged in Portland 25 years ago for the murder of my brother Ephraim, here in the lobby of this hotel. She murdered him in cold blood with an axe. That fire axe there, hanging over on the wall.
Hiram, oh my.
It was a summer day. There were guests sitting out on the front porch in the rockers. It was just after lunch. My brother Ephraim was sitting at the desk counting his loose change. My mother was crocheting in that old wicker rocking chair. Sophronia came downstairs, humming a hymn.
Don't, Hiram. Please don't tell me anymore.
Why not?
Well, it makes me nervous to hear it like this in this big shadowy lobby. And your eyes, Hiram. Your eyes, well, you're acting so strange. What's the matter with you, dear? I know it was a terrible tragedy, but it happened 25 years ago.
Don't touch me, Sophronia!
Don't touch you?
Do you remember what I said to you in Florida?
What you said? Well, you said a million sweet and wonderful things to me, Hiram.
I said you resembled my dead sister-in-law. Look at her again. Look at her closely, Sophronia.
But why? No, I can't. It's too horrible. I can't look at her face with any pleasure now, knowing she was a murderess.
You're afraid to look. Is that it?
No, I'm not afraid. However, please, my arm. Very well, I'll look.
Now, stand there quietly, like that. Take off your glasses. Ah. That's all I wanted to see. That's all I wanted to see.
February 13th, Green Harbor Hotel, Maine. I can't understand it. I try to fathom it, but my head aches and my heart is heavy. The hotel is deserted. Has been for 25 years. Everything is covered with spiders and cobwebs, and the great dining hall with its oak woodwork is alive with rats. And the row of broken rocking chairs out on the front porch faces emptily out to the sea. Does he mean this to be my home? He's downstairs in the shabby parlor off the lobby playing harmonium.
Sophronia.
Yes? Yes, Hiram?
Sleeping.
No, dear.
Why is your door locked? Come out. I want to show you round the place.
It's all right, dear. I've seen it. I've seen just about everything.
No, you haven't. You haven't seen the grounds at all.
The grounds, but Hiram, it's after midnight.
I want to show you where my sister-in-law Sophronia is buried.
What? Well, not tonight, dear. Please, it's so late and I have a headache.
Open the door, Sophronia. I want you to come now.
No! No, I shan't. Now, go away and leave me alone. I won't. I won't. I won't.
No use carrying on like that. You see, I have pass keys to all the doors. And beyond, where those 4 birches are standing, is where my sister-in-law Sophronia was laid 25 years ago. This is the biggest funeral in the neighborhood. Folks crowded outside the gate by the dozens trying to get a look, but we wouldn't let them. Buried her ourselves, without a service, out here by herself on the grounds. Ephraim is buried in town, but not Sophronia. I had a feeling I'd have to keep an eye on her even then.
Keep an eye on her?
I knew she was one of those restless sleepers who wouldn't stay quiet in her own grave. I knew before the year was out she'd find some way to start roaming around, hunting for mischief again. She was a young she-devil to the core, Sophronia. They could hang her till doomsday, wouldn't do any good.
You mean you think she haunts this hotel?
No, not this hotel. She never had any use for it, alive or dead. No, she makes for the warmer climates. She was always a cold-blooded little fish, freezing and shivering all the time. Places like California and Texas, and Florida she makes for.
Florida?
Yes, that's one of her favorite haunts, particularly around St. Pete. She likes the flowers, and the sun, and the romance.
Hiram, I feel cold. Do you mind if I go inside now?
Just a minute. I haven't explained everything. You think I'm crazy, I guess. Crazy. But I'm a lot smarter than some people give me credit for. Because you see, I have found her now. 3 times. Do you see that grove of birches over there? Under every one of them's a grave. I found her wandering the earth in disguise 3 times. And I've killed her 3 times. And it still doesn't do any good. She's still restless.
You mean you killed 3 different women?
So now I keep another open grave to remind her. It's waiting now. Would you like to see it, Sophronia?
No. Hammer, please.
Are you afraid to see it, Sophronia?
You don't need to say that. You think just because my name happens to be Sophronia and that I look just little like
Think what, Sophronia?
nothing. February 14th. My mind is made up. I've made a terrible mistake, and I must get away from this place. I must get away from Hiram as quickly as I can. This should be easy. There's no fog today. If I could only escape from the hotel, I can run and hide in the pine woods. No. I should wait for dusk. Honey generally sits down in the parlor at the home and plays the harmonium. I can hide a little earlier in one of the deserted rooms, and then when his back is toward the lobby, slip out the front door.
Sophronia. Sophronia? Sophronia! Oh, there you are. What's the matter? Anything wrong?
No, Hiram.
You didn't want anything outside, did you? Because if you do, you'll have to ask me to get it for you. You see, I always keep the front door locked.
Yes, of course.
The back door, too. And all the doors leading out to the porches and the fire escapes and a good many of the windows. Makes one feel safe from thieves and peeping Toms. Oh, you'll get a cold. That's too bad.
Yes, I must have caught it last night outdoors. The damp.
You ought to be in bed. A good bed. The only good bed in the house is my sister-in-law Sophronia's old room.
No, Hiram. I'm all right. It's just a little head cold.
Oh, little head colds often develop into pneumonia. Why, that's too bad I didn't think of it before. You might have slept in her bed from the beginning. Here, up these stairs. What? What's the matter? Are you so weak?
No, I'm all right.
This room is the cleanest one in the hotel. You see, I've kept everything as it was. What's the matter?
Nothing, it's just that.
It seems kind of familiar.
No. It's just that seeing it so clean as though someone were living here. As though they'd only just stepped out for a moment.
It's as if she left it that afternoon when she walked down to murder my brother. You see her needlework on the table with the needle sticking in it? And her hymn book still open. She was very fond of singing hymns, Sophronia was. Had a nice voice, too. I used to accompany her. I'll turn down the bed for you. Then you can get undressed while I go and make you some hot tea.
No, thank you.
Here's the closet. You can put on one of Sophronia's dressing gowns.
Diary. I'm beside myself. I shall go mad. 2 hours have passed since he locked the door upon me. Night's fallen, and I'm alone. Alone in this horrible room with its hideous little mementos of death. I'm sitting here at a little wicker table, trying to be calm, trying to write this. Somehow, when one rat near me no longer. I must get them away from me, out of my sight, anywhere in that closet or bureau drawer.
Ready for your tea?
No. Yes, Hiram.
Why aren't you in bed? You'll take worse cold, you know.
I'll get in bed in just a minute. First,
Oh, brushing up on your needlework again.
my needlework?
You've got it in your hands.
Oh, have I? Oh, yes, so I have. But I wasn't working on it, Hiram. I swear. I wasn't. I've never done a stitch of needlework in my whole life. I don't know one embroidery stitch from another. Let me show you. Look, I don't even know how to hold the needle.
Get in bed, Sophronia. You're feverish.
Before you go on, Hiram, before you go on thinking, you have to have an understanding. You've got to let me explain. I was born in 1892 in Charleston, South Carolina. My name is Sophronia, that's true. But they named lots of people Sophronia. I was named for my grandmother. She had just died. Wait! You've got to let me you have to listen to me. I've lived in Charleston all my life. If you'd only just write a letter or send a wire. I've never heard of Green Harbor before. I've never went anywhere. For almost 10 years, I stayed home day in and day out nursing Papa. He had a stroke. I was never out of the house. It was a red brick house with green shutters. February 15th. Now I live only from moment to moment, listening to each creak upon the stairs. I've been in bed all day. Oh, it's night now. Foghorn has just begun to blow again. February 19th. I woke up early this morning after a wretched night, and the date was burning in letters of fire in my brain. If he's planning to kill me, it'll be today. But the hours have been crawling on. It's almost midnight. What? If he's gonna kill me, doesn't he just do it at once? Why does he torture me like this? I'd rather be dead than sit here in this room one moment longer. I get there. If he doesn't come in 5 minutes, I shall force him to come. I shall beat down the door. No. No. Rather let me sit quiet. Praying that he doesn't come. I want to live. No, I don't want to live.
Sophronia. Sophronia, come downstairs. I want you to sing a hymn.
Sing? You never asked me to sing for him before. But she sang. I can't sing, dear. I told you that long ago.
Did you? Well, I've forgotten.
And besides, how can I come downstairs when my door's locked?
It's unlocked. Try it.
Unlocked? Oh no, could it be? Oh, it is. It is, and I never knew it. I never knew it.
Coming.
He unlocked it sometime when I was just sitting. Why didn't I try just a few more times? Why did I just sit here assuming? No, he's got me anyway. He'd have known. But I might have. Now it's too late. Oh, he's gonna kill me.
Sophronia.
Yes, Hiram, I'm coming.
parlor,
What are you doing there?
waiting to hear you sing.
You're at the harmonium?
Yes,
All right. I'll sing. I haven't sung in years, but I might as well. I'll sing for you out here in the hall. My voice will carry better.
it always did carry better in the hall, didn't it, Sophronia? So you remember that, too. Of course, you know both the front and back doors are still locked.
Play a few bars, Hiram dear, to warm me up.
Shall I sing too, Sophronia? Would you like me to sing along with you?
If it pleases you, Hiram.
Work for the night is coming, work in the morning sun.
Work for the night is coming. When man's work is done,
Work while the daylight darkens, work in the summer sun. Work for the night is coming. Ah!
when man's work is done. There's only one more page. Shall I read it to you?
Yes, go ahead. But this is the last time.
March 22nd. I've been sick. I've been for a very long time. The pages of my diary are blank. But I shall take you out again, poor diary, today and start you over again. No, I shall never look back at the other pages. I shall only write on and on about this beautiful place, so that no one reading this diary will ever know that I did it. But I did do it, diary. I was smarter than he. When I opened that door at the head of the stairs and heard the music, when I saw the fire axe still hanging on the wall, I was so cautious. I tiptoed like a little mouse, even as I sang the hymn into that room where he was playing. But I was clever, so much cleverer than he. I kept on singing. And now I'm free. Oh, as free as a bird. I'm free and he shall never catch me now. Not this time or ever. Because he's dead. Isn't he, nurse? Nurse? Isn't my dear brother-in-law Hiram really dead?
Yes, miss, he's dead. No, I'll thank you to hand me that diary. The doctor doesn't approve of his patients writing anything.
And so closes the diary of Sophronia Winters. Tonight's tale of suspense. This is your narrator, the man in black, who conveys to you an invitation to spend this half hour in suspense with us again. Until then, we leave you in suspense.
Great show, everybody. Mink, get ready. You've got 2 minutes.
Intermission.
Someone needs to be back there to turn these lights off.
And not drop
That's
that.
the thing. So someone
No, I think you did that well.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. What is that sound supposed to be for? I feel like that sound should be when he gets killed. I think it is.
We'll have to run that after.
I mean, okay. Something like that. Oh, there's a lot of new stuff. Will be.
I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna just close my eyes.
I assume we don't get an intermission.
What's that?
I assume we don't get an intermission.
Not tonight, you don't.
Not today.
How about a pee break then?
If you want the chair, if you want the chair.
You got 5 minutes, everybody.
Tune out.
It
makes more sense. Do you want me to stay on stage and do the two
like before.
I was trying to get off stage and never get on.
That was a good joke.
Do you want me to just stay in and turn? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I haven't thought of that.
So I can still sit down?
I'm wondering why we were having a nice
I wasn't the farmer in the first place, why I wasn't on. And that's when turkeys got set, and I never thought, I'll stay, I'll be turkey.
That makes sense.
Thanks,
Okay,
Charles.
yes, you come.
I might have seen you, young lady, before. That's a flash book. Hello, right?
Except for the silent keys. Either one.
So pretty. I am putting that out there. Hey, Alec, what color am I wearing?
Type of red.
It's raspberry.
Okay.
It's raspberry.
I don't care.
It's raspberry. I think it's raspberry. This is a pink, not a red.
Yeah. And it had a.
Okay.
That is true.
Yeah.
This makes me really sweeter.
Remind me today. Audition the Christmas story out in Poway. Let's make a Chris show. I was not gonna do that. I think the pivotal guys at the.
Oh yeah, James. Yeah.
Yeah, James, yeah.
He's the dad.
Right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ralphie and all that. Nice.
Oh, that's right. I love these lights. Oh, I'm sorry, what are you trying to say? So you can't do your own makeup and you don't know how. I love you have makeup.
That's not you.
No, I know it's not. But, yeah, he was.
You have to be here early anyway.
Yeah, that's.
Turn it off now.
Give me a hug. Sure, I'll take a hug. I like a hug.
I don't know what music or graphics or that.
I have a jacket in the car.
I feel like
I have a jacket. I'm just too lazy to put it on. Okay.
okay.
It doesn't go with my outfit. Fair.
Sure.
Yeah.
Wait, Alex, I know we're doing Sea Wolf Allowance.
Yeah.
Okay. Field trip.
I remember.
Field trip for Wisdom. So I'm making new programs right now because they're like, you have to do this self-guided tour.
So I might be
We're gonna
really
go right
tired
now.
tonight. But red roller coasters.
You won't be late. Trust me.
I'm gonna leave around 3 o'clock.
My favorite was
I got a first thing.
find it, the thing that he did with us.
Congratulations.
Okay.
You look like Carol seems like a person that would have a purse. Here you go.
And the music library is so fun to watch. It's a joy. It's one of my favorite things he's done. Of course, then there's also the more wise comedy bit from London.
It smells old.
It smells old, so that's a good smell.
It is.
Because
Can
they
you smell
can
it?
play it.
Yeah.
Every time you put it.
I like that.
I do
And
too.
all of my
Yeah.
Mr. Previews
So
are
many.
very fun.
And then this is the hat that I'm wearing.
I mean, he's
It's just
just
like all these like flowery, feathery one. I'm like this. Huh?
So cold. And a jacket.
Oh, I know.
Ouch.
I actually have a bit
It's a ghost jacket. The band Ghost.
Yeah. I think I know that band.
Working, hopefully.
I'm not sure exactly who's in it. I'll figure it out.
It's on the back of it.
It's been a while.
Upside down.
Ghost.
Yeah.
It's in the title.
I love that.
cheered one bit. That's unfortunate. You should not be giving bits at all.
No. What is this?
686 followers. One viewer. That's unfortunate. Places.
Changing places.
Oh, nice. Uncle Lenny, Lenny was my younger sister's godfather. Burns and Allen, the Suspense, the Easy Aces. The only one I could not find was 5.
I'll get it for you. Anthony, is the script on your work? So the size.
Okay, top of Act 2.
So you've ended Act 1 sitting down, so at the top of Act 3. Because we're picking up right where we left off.
All right, well then I'm still on.
Yeah, the back.
Right, Steve.
Yeah.
That's right. You're staying on, and then you're moving right chair.
So, someone over here at the end of Act 1, beginning of Act 2, turn off that slider and then bring it back on. That's the stage. This is the main one right there. So, turning that off will be dark. Okay. So, a sec, go ahead and turn it on.
Is everybody in place?
Yeah.
Okay, so Alec, after Steve gets up to do the announcer, are you going to move his chair to the wing?
Do you need me to?
Or do you need 2 chairs there?
This one doesn't need to. Just one.
Okay. The reason I say that is Ace is one of the ones where we have a lot of people.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can move it out of the way.
Okay. All right. Great.
So are you gonna go to places with lights out?
Yes.
Okay.
Like every show. Are we starting?
Okay. Lights up.
1 minute to air places. Quiet on set, please. We are on air in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Easy Aces, the mink coat brought to you by Mom's Pie House, a staple of Julian for 39 years. Mom's delicious homemade pies made with famous Julian apples and flaky crusts are highly sought after by locals and tourists alike. Stop in at Mom's Pie House on Main Street for a delicious whole or piece of pie. In addition to her popular pies and mouth-watering flavors, she has lunch items, coffee, a wide variety of refreshing beverages, cookies, and other homemade sweet treats. You can also visit her Winola location on Highway 78, which has the same great menu as the town store. While there, stay a few. Have a picnic in the gardens and stroll through the vegetable and flower beds. And it's pet friendly too. Mom's Pie House, a Julian favorite.
If you ate your papa's pie and you need some more, well, you know you can't replace it at the general store. He's gonna get home soon, so you don't wanna wait. You can visit us in Julian 78. We'll get you all the best just as quick as a mouse. Come on down to Mom's Pie House, so delicious that you may just have to clean up your blouse. Come on down to Mom's Pie House.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Easy Aces.
There comes a time. There comes a time in every woman's life, it seems, when she feels she simply cannot go on another day unless she gets a new mink coat. That time has come to Jane Ace, who has been drooling over a mink coat in the window of a local furrier. Now we find Jane in the living room of the Aces bungalow, trying to find a way to slip this delicate matter past her husband.
Now, dear, let me see if I've got everything down on my list that I want to buy tomorrow. That's toothbrush, soap, cleansing cream, mink coat, shower cap, bobby pins, and lipstick. Anything you need, dear?
Yes, that sounds fine.
Dear, you're not listening. Put that newspaper down. Look at my shopping list. See if you want to add anything.
Oh, let's see. Toothbrush, soap, cleansing cream, mink coat, shower cap, bobby pins, and lipstick. No, I don't need anything. Unless you want to take back those ginger ale bottles, we get a nickel back on each one and every little bit helps. What? Mink coat? What is this thing here?
Where? Oh, yes, mink coat. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You know, that fur shop around the corner? Well, I pass it every day, and there's this dreamy mink coat in the window. It's so nice. The girl wearing it looks so smart. Of course, I know she's just a dummy, but I could look smart and dreamy too if I had that coat.
Really? And how much is the coat?
It's full length and it'll cover all my dresses.
How much?
It's the softest mink.
How much?
Wait, you haven't heard the half of it.
Jane, how much?
$750.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty reasonable for a good mink coat.
Well, now that you've heard the half of it altogether, it's $1,500.
Oh, Jane, we simply can't afford it.
No, don't be such a tightrope. I bet we could.
Is it that awful, Jane? Look, tell you what I'm gonna do.
Oh, I knew you would, dear.
Wait a minute now, listen to this. I've got a big new advertising account coming up pretty soon. Pretty good chance of getting it too. The Crown Paint Company. If I get it, I'll make a nice commission out of it, and you can get that mink coat.
Oh, thanks, dear.
Wait, I said if I get the account. I have a 50% chance of getting it.
Well, there's half the coat already, and you'll get it. I know it. Oh, I'm so excited I can hardly wait. I'm all on pins and cushions.
Good morning, Davis Furs.
Hello, this is Mrs. Jane Ace. Mr. Davis, remember that mink coat that I've been looking at?
I certainly do. A lot of women have been looking at it.
I'm certain they are. Well, could you hold that mink coat for me?
You mean you're buying it?
Well, practically.
What do you mean, practically?
Well, my husband said it's 60% certain I can buy it.
Well, good for you. That is, if he'll really let you buy it.
Oh, I'm sure he will, because if he wouldn't, he'd have come right out flat-headed and said so. And he said at 60% I can get it, so can you please hold it for me?
Tell you what, I don't usually hold coats without at least a deposit, but I have a certain reason for doing it for you. Because if you'll buy this coat, it'll come in mighty handy for me. My wife will be thrilled to hear about this. In fact, I'm going to call her now and tell her.
Hello?
Hello, is this the lovely Mrs. Davis? This is a man named Davis who claims to be married to you.
Hello, John, you silly thing.
Oh, silly am I? Not too silly to buy you that home out in the suburbs you've been wanting so bad.
Oh, John, you don't mean it. Are we really finally going to buy that home?
Well, it's practically ours.
What do you mean practically?
Well, it's 70% ours, honey.
70%?
I think I've just sold that expensive mink coat I've had in the shop for so long. Mrs. Ace just called me and said her husband told her he was 70% certain she could have it. And he wouldn't have come out flat-headed and said it if it wasn't true, right?
John, you're excited too.
I certainly am. Now, you get on the phone and call Mr. Herman of the real estate company right now. Tell him we want that house.
Are we doing the music?
Herman Real Estate.
I didn't do the song yet.
Music?
Are we doing music?
No.
Okay,
I'm not
send-
having
send
them do
music
music.
first. Huh?
I'm not having them do music.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Herman Real, oh,
I did two at the beginning.
two. Herman Real Estate, Mr. Herman speaking.
Hello, Mr. Herman. This is Mrs. Davis speaking again.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Davis. How are you? Have you some good news for me?
Why, yes, I do. The good news is, we're going to buy that house.
Well, I'm thrilled for you. Your husband changed his mind rather suddenly, didn't he?
He certainly did, but the house is practically ours now.
What do you mean, practically?
Well, John came out flat-headed and said it was 80% certain we'd buy it. Just waiting for a minor detail. I'm sure it's going to be all right. So, Mr. Herman, I wanted to remind you that you promised to fix the place up, especially painting. You said you would paint it, and it certainly needs a painting. I want to make sure that you're going to get that done.
Oh, yes, it's going to be painted. As a matter of fact, that's the last house in the subdivision out there. And now that you're going to buy it, I'm going to order a paint job for every house in that section. In fact, I'll call the paint people right now.
Crown Paint Company, this is Mr. Crown.
Oh, Mr. Crown, this is Mr. Herman again.
Oh, hello, Herman. How are you today?
Fine. Got good news for you. On that paint order, it looks like I'll be needing about 500 gallons to start with.
Yes, you sold that last house.
Well, it's about 90% certain.
90%?
Well, I mean, the woman's husband didn't come out flat-headed and say no. I just wanted to get my order in plenty of time so I can make the necessary arrangements.
Okay. Okay, I have some arrangements of my own to make. Been waiting to hear from you on this order before I did anything. Thanks for calling, Mr. Herman.
This is Ace.
This is Mr. Crown of Crown Paint.
Oh, hello, Mr. Crown. What's new?
Well, it looks like we're going to do some advertising business.
Really? You think so?
I think so. It's about 99% certain. I can tell you now the reason I've been hesitating. We've been waiting on a pretty big paint order, and it looks now like we're going to get it. It's about 99% certain. Wait for my call about 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon, and I'll give you the definite okay. And while you're waiting, start thinking of ideas for this new paint we've got. It's a one-coat paint.
One coat. That's an appropriate name.
Well, yes it is, because it only takes one coat.
Well, no, I meant because I promised my wife I would buy her a coat if I landed this account.
Oh, I see. One coat. That's pretty good.
Well, I'll work out some ideas for you, Mr. Crown, and wait for your call. But I've got a call of my own to make right now.
Just go first. She's not doing music.
Your music?
Well, it says, there's one place where it says FX, where it's me, but all the other places where it says FX is you.
Okay, so the
We
FX
have no idea.
time passing music, so that's you?
We're gonna need to sit down.
No,
and
No,
figure that out.
I'm not doing any music in Aces except the opening and the closing.
Okay.
Okay.
So I don't,
So,
Okay, that's just what I needed to know.
yeah, because then in that case, just go right into it, so we don't have that delay of
Alright.
waiting for nothing that's
Yeah.
gonna come.
Yeah,
Gotta roll
don't wait
somewhere,
for
yeah.
music.
Okay, that's good to know.
Go ahead.
But 3 o'clock came. 4 o'clock came. However, a call from the Crown Paint Company did not come. Finally, Ace came to his senses, decided to take matters into his own hands, and called Mr. Crown himself.
Mr. Crown, what happened to the account? You said it was 99% certain.
Well, it was, but I've been waiting to hear from a certain party about that deal I expected to put over, and I did not hear. I guess I'll give him a ring and find out what gives. Hello, Mr. Herman. What happened on that paint order?
Well, I've been waiting to hear from that woman from a certain party about that deal that I expected to.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's yours. Well, I've been waiting to hear from that woman who was going to buy that house. She told me it was 99% certain. I think I'll call her and see what's going on.
Yes, this is Mrs. Davis.
Oh, Mrs. Davis, this is Mr. Herman. How about that house? Weren't you coming over to sign the papers and make a deposit?
Well, I was. I was 80% certain I was. But I've been waiting to hear from my husband. I haven't heard from him all day. I'll tell you what, Mr. Herman. I'll give him a ring and be back to you soon.
But honey, I expected to hear from Mrs. Ace and she hasn't called me. She told me it was 70% certain.
Well, Mr. Herman is calling me like mad, John.
All right, I'll call up Mrs. Ace and find out what's going on. See you later, honey.
But Mr. Davis, I've been waiting all afternoon to hear from my husband. He said it was 60% certain, but he hasn't called. I've been sitting at the phone till I'm black and blue. I even took 4 showers.
4
The
showers?
phone always rings when I'm in the shower.
And he hasn't called you? Mrs. Ace, don't kid me. Are you sure your husband didn't say no? Come clean now.
Come clean. Mr. Davis, I told you about the 4 showers. I'm going to call up Mr. Ace and see if it's going on or not.
This puts Jane in a pretty tough spot. So Jane gets an idea. She decides to sew her initials into the coat. If she takes this initial piece of action, the rest of the pieces will fall into place. So the next day...
Get thee behind me, Satin. I'm going to get that mink coat. By hook or by ladder, I'm going to get it.
Hello, Davis Furs.
Hello, Mrs. Ace. This is Mr. Davis.
Who?
Davis. D-A-V, A-C-E, Davis. Jane Davis. Oh, dear. I mean Jane Ace.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Ace. Am I glad to hear from you?
Yes, it's about those initials, Mr. Davis. I'll take the coat.
Initials?
J-A. In the lining, will you put the initials in?
Then your husband said it was all right.
We'll cross him when we come to it.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure glad you called. I appreciate it. My wife appreciates it too. In fact, I'll phone her now.
John, dear, is it really true?
It sure is, honey.
I'll call Mr. Herman right away.
Well, Mrs. Davis, I'm very happy for you.
Isn't it wonderful?
And I'm afraid, sorry. And I'll attend to the paint job right away.
Yes, sir, Mr. Herman. This is Mr. Crown.
That order for the paint, it's official now.
Thank you. I've got a call to make myself now.
This is Ace.
Good news, Ace. I just got confirmation on that advertising. It's all definite now.
Oh, terrific. Perhaps I can drop by your office first thing in the morning with some new ideas.
Don't forget that 1 coat paint.
Oh, yes, I mustn't forget that 1 coat especially. Well, goodbye, Mr. Crown.
It was latched.
Yes.
Hello, dear.
Why, hello, Jane. What are you doing downtown at the office?
Dear, I've done the most terrible thing that I ever did in all the years we've been married, plus 10 months.
What did you do?
But first, I want you to know how terrible I feel about it, and I'm going to cancel it.
What did you do?
And I also want you to know I did it of my own volition. I should have known better.
What did you do?
You know me. When I get the urge to do something, I become completely uninhabited.
What did you do?
But I realize now I could never wear it with a clear conscience, no matter how cold it gets.
Jane, what did you
So
do?
I'm gonna cancel the whole thing this minute. May I use your phone?
No, wait a minute. What did you do? Did you order that mink coat without even waiting to see if my deal went through?
In other words, yes.
What other words?
Don't worry, dear. I'm gonna cancel it. Of course, I may have to pay the initial cost.
The initial cost?
I told them to put my initials in it.
Oh.
But there's still time to cancel it, and the sooner the better.
Well, Jane, look, you don't have to cancel it. I just closed my deal as soon as you came in, so now you can get that coat with a clear conscience.
Oh, no, dear, that's very sweet, but it's too late. I already did the damage, and this is going to be a lesson to me. A wife must always take the bitter with the better, I always say.
Yes, you do always say.
I'm gonna teach me a lesson if it's the last thing I do. This hurts me more than it does you, but I'm calling him now.
Well, if that's the way you feel about it.
Davis Furs?
Hello, Mr. Davis, you know that mink coat that I was looking at?
Yes.
Well, I'm not looking at it anymore. Cancel it.
What? Oh, this is terrible. Goodbye, Mrs. Ace. I've got to call my wife.
Oh, no, you can't do that, John.
I'm sorry, Mary, but that woman just canceled the coat. It's off. Call Herman and call off the house.
But, Mrs. Davis, you can't call it off now. I thought I had the house sold to you.
And I thought my husband had a mink coat sold, but the customer just canceled it.
And now you're canceling the house? Oh, brother, I've got some canceling to do myself.
What do you mean you don't want the paint?
Sorry, but that's the way it is.
But why? I thought you said you had that last house sold to a Mrs. Davis.
I thought I had it sold to her, just like Mrs. Davis thought Mr. Davis had sold a mink coat to another woman who just called up and canceled the coat.
The whole thing depended on somebody's mink coat?
That's right. That's why I'm canceling the paint job.
Which reminds me, I've got some canceling to do myself.
Well, maybe you're right, Jane. Maybe it is a lesson to you, and maybe it's best at that. Oh, excuse me. Hello?
Ace, this is Crown again.
Yes, sir.
The ad campaign is off. Finished. Canceled.
Canceled? What's the matter? What happened?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Just cancel it. I can hardly believe it myself.
Believe what? Why did you cancel it? What's the reason?
Mink coat.
A what?
See, I told you you wouldn't believe it.
Yes, I will. I just didn't understand you. Sounded as if you said mink coat. What did you say?
Mink coat.
You did. You did say mink coat.
I did. Mink coat. Mink coat. Mink coat! There, I said it again!
But what's it got to do with our advertising campaign?
You asked for it. Some lunkhead promised his wife a mink coat. He backed out. He didn't buy it for his wife, so the woman's husband, who sells mink coats, had his wife cancel a house they were going to buy, and the man who was going to sell the house called me up and canceled a big paint order, and I called you up and canceled the ad campaign.
You mean it all depended on some mink coat?
There's no use talking to me about it now. It all goes back to Mr. Davis. Now, if Mr. Davis's fur shop sells the coat, then we can talk business.
But I don't understand how I can talk to a furrier named Dave. Just hold the phone a minute. Jane!
Yes?
Jane, did I hear you called Mr. Davis just now to cancel that mink coat?
Yes, and I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lesson to me.
And to me? Oh, Jane, you almost ruined this whole big advertising campaign for me.
Me? For you?
And me for you, and T for two.
I didn't have anything to do with your advertising campaign.
I know, and you still ruined it. It's a gift you have.
Well, thanks, dear. I don't know what you're talking about, but I still won't take the coat.
Oh, no, you will take the coat.
I won't.
Yes, you will, Jane. I insist you buy that mink coat.
Well, this is an argument I never thought I would have if I hadn't heard it with my own ears.
You're gonna buy that coat right now, understand?
Oh, no, you're just being mean. You're stubborn. You're cruel. All men are beasts.
Still there, Mr. Crown. Good. Mr. Crown, it's gonna be okay. That lunkhead you just mentioned just bought the mink coat. Great show, everybody. Mystery, get up. You've got 2 minutes.
This just in. Several tornadoes are ravaging the Midwest. 4 people have been killed. Hundreds of people are affected. Other damages are still unknown. In other news, Mrs. Wilhelmina Wood, the oldest San Diego County resident, has died. She was 107.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I had music here.
Oh, I thought there wasn't going to be any music.
Oh, no, we're missing a page.
Huh? That's part of the mystery.
And now, the second
Missing pages.
So when this starts, Mom says, quiet on the set, please.
Okay.
Wait 2 minutes.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. Where it said FX, music up and out, that was changed. I really need to explain that was changed to me playing that little song.
Okay.
And then Tom says, great job, everybody.
Yeah.
Mystery, you're up. You've got 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay? The whole dialogue. and-
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole
Says this
news
just in right
cast.
after.
So you're missing the dialogue. So.
You're missing something?
So I might be missing an entire page. So I see where it says.
There we go. That's a great idea.
So there's a news report that's supposed to happen in that space. And then it comes right into the 1 minute air.
Technical difficulty. Welcome to America.
It's the Wright brothers versus the Mario brothers.
We have a ginger question.
Yeah, but we
Yeah. Thank you so much, Robin. Love you.
Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, San Diego. Yeah, San
Wait,
Diego.
so like,
just like a kidding.
huh? Wait. 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 Don't say Odo.
We had.
Thanks,
we had a
everybody.
page where part of it, where the announcements happened. I didn't have that in my script.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Missing the newscaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
So is
Totally
the,
understand.
Cut at the last minute, nobody knew.
when he says 2
Sorry,
minutes,
Steve.
Yeah.
when he says 2 minutes is the, to get ready, the news is the 2 minutes that people are getting ready, is that it?
All right, so,
Should take it back from 2 minutes.
yeah, Mystery, you're up, you got 2 minutes.
Great job, everybody. Mystery, you're up. You've got 2 minutes.
This just in. Several tornadoes are ravaging the Midwest. 4 people have been killed. Hundreds of people are affected. Other damages are still unknown. In other news, I can't believe I said news. Mrs. Wilhelmina Wood, the eldest San Diego County resident, has died. She was 107. The Del Mar Fair continues until July 4th. Don't miss events like harness racing, gas model, airplane demonstration, dancing competitions, a dog show, and the Confair West Coast Band. There's puppet shows and horseshoe contests for the kids. And don't forget to say hi to Don Diego and the fairest of the fair. Coming up, we continue our story hour with a 5-minute mystery.
1 minute to air. Places. Quiet on set, please. We are on air in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good evening. Welcome to this mystery show where you solve the mystery before the detective.
Winthrop,
Miss Daly! Why, you're soaked to the skin. Come in here, out of the cold.
Thanks.
Well, what happened?
I've been robbed, Miss Winthrop. They attacked me, took the money, and tried to drown me in the bay.
Well, here, get yourself warm and dry. This sounds like a case for the police to me. Hello? Operator? Get me the police.
David, suppose you tell us exactly what happened in this story.
I told Miss Winthrop here that I'd make a delivery for her this evening after the store closed.
Miss Daly here works for me down at the jewelry store, Inspector. The other day, a customer came into the store and bought a very valuable necklace from me. They left it for some engraving on the catch.
I see. And Miss Daly was to deliver it when it was finished, eh? By the way, Miss Winthrop, is that your dog there, or Miss Daly's?
Oh, he's mine, Inspector. Right fond of Miss Daly, though. Well, to get on with the story, tonight after work, Miss Daly took the necklace and went down to Mission Bay to deliver it.
They paid me, and I got back into my car to come back to town. Just as they came around the curve where the road runs along by the yacht club, I was stopped.
Stopped by what?
Another car. 2 men got out of it and ordered me to give them the money I'd collected. When I refused, they hit me over the head with a blackjack and took the money. I guess they thought they killed me or something because they threw me into the bay from the yacht club dock.
Good heavens, Miss Daly! It's a miracle you didn't drown.
The cold water brought me to, I guess. I swam back to the dock and managed to get back to town in the car.
Good work, Miss Daly. By the way, Miss Winthrop, that dog of yours seems to be thirsty.
What's that, Inspector?
The dog. You'd better get him a drink. Just look. He's really lapping up the water that's dripped off Miss Daly's coat here.
Yes, he certainly is.
Well now, Miss Winthrop, I'm going to make a phone call. And Miss Daly, you sit right where you are. If I'm right, and I'm sure I am, I'm placing you under arrest. You weren't robbed at all. You stole that money yourself.
What clue gave the inspector the answer to his problem? Stay with us and you'll find out in just a moment. But first... Time's up. Now back to our mystery.
Me? Under arrest? Well, how do you figure that out, Inspector?
Look, Miss Daly, that phone call I just made cinched it. I took a look at your coat. Not a ring on it where it had started to dry. And salt water always leaves a ring. And when that dog there started drinking the water that had dripped off your coat, I was sure my idea was right.
What are you talking about, Inspector?
What does the dog drinking the water off her coat have to do with it?
That's just it, Miss Winthrop. That water dripping off Miss Daly's coat is as fresh as the water from your tap. Dogs don't drink salt water like that. I sent a man out to Miss Daly's house before I came here. I had him look at the bathtub just now. And Miss Daly even forgot to run the water out of it when she dunked herself. Seems to me you picked a mighty uncomfortable way to get yourself in jail, Miss Daly. It's getting cold out these nights to be running around in a wet suit.
Just my luck, Miss Winthrop would have a thirsty dog.
And this closes the case of the drinking dog. Another mystery solved by the 5-minute inspector. Did you guess the culprit? Keep sharpening those detective skills. Until next time, good night.
And that brings us to the conclusion of this week's Story Hour. Tune in next Tuesday for another adventure. And don't forget to call Tyler and Angela Do Real Estate when you're looking for a new place. And then pick up a pie at Mom's Pie House. This is KJUL, wishing you a good night.
Good job, everybody!
We did it! Nice job, guys. Great sound effects, Carol.
I had a good teacher.
Hey, you think you guys have done this before?
You think so? Well, that was fun.
We should do another one, right?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Yeah, well, come on.
You got any pointers, William?
Yeah, do good stories.
Hey, that was good, guys. Fit right in.
Thanks, Charles.
That was great. Got some competition here, eh?
Wow. It's my husband Rogers, as you know. You all going to Joe's?
Yes.
I'm going. I just need to get my coat.
Hey, Barbara, do you need a ride?
Oh, yeah, sure. That'd be great.
Good. I can get that recipe from you.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Lila, don't forget your coffee.
Okay, guys, let's close up.
Hey, Tom. Do you think we could do another one?
I don't know. Go ahead and plan one. I gotta check with the boss, see if it works with this programming. No promises.
Sure. Thanks, Tom.
You guys got a sponsor?
Not yet.
Well, if the boss likes your show, he'll get you one.
Great.
Yeah, okay, guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm heading to Joe's for Roger's birthday and I can't stay late.
See ya.
Oh, Tom, you're still here? Oh, I've forgotten my coat.
Oh, yes, I was just leaving. Here, let me get that for you.
Thank you.
There you are.
Oh, I was just getting my coat, dear.
Here we are.
Thank you.
Well, I guess we better be going then. Going home. Good night, Tom.
You guys aren't going to Joe's for Roger's birthday?
Oh, heavens, no. I wouldn't be able to get George up in the morning.
No, I'm afraid that's right.
Oh, well, good night then.
Good night, Tom. Say good night, Gracie.
Good night. Tom!
Yeah.
Are you coming? We only have the sitter until 9.
Yes, honey. I was just grabbing my coats.
And then the order is Ellie, Kira. We're all the way to the back.
No, this is what we gotta work
Let her
out.
call it out.
Ellie, Kira.
Curtain call?
Yes. And then, yeah.
What's the order?
What's the order? Curtain call again? Where do we go
Ellie,
now?
Kira. Kira and Ellie.
Where do we go now?
Come in from the back.
Come in.
Come in from the back and then walk in
Yeah.
the front.
Each
Next to the mic.
one bow, the other bow, and then I want you to split.
Go right in front of the mic or next to it.
Yeah.
Honesty.
There you go.
And
On
then
stage.
you go to that way.
You take your bow, then you
Walk.
come down.
Yes.
Like
the
walk
next
here.
Yeah. And then Steve and Anthony, you each do a bow, and then Steve, you go next to Ellie.
Right next to.
Come to the front, Steve, in front of the courts. Okay. And then
We both can go that way, I think.
good.
And then, so we walk out together, yes?
Walk out together.
And
Yeah.
then one of us steps forward.
Yep. One of you.
Okay.
You do the whole.
Okay.
You
One
bow.
at
and
a
then
time.
you
Okay, I'm just
bow.
trying to figure out. Okay.
Yeah. You go first. No, you go
Okay.
first.
Ladies first.
It's not a white focus.
Can we bow together? We would like to bow together.
The Burnses.
Okay. Do you need more inches? Are you squished?
Well, you guys, maybe.
You guys live your
That's
hair.
good.
Hair.
Well, we can-
And then we'll like jump into the audience,
true.
right? And like,
Also, like, we get to go, so I feel extremely talented.
Let's get really close.
I'll have my
Okay,
heels
is
on.
that, you
Have my
guys
heels
fit
on.
up there? Is that?
Yeah,
is
we
that
fit. It'll
doable?
work.
I can give a couple inches if we need a couple inches,
I
but
think
that's
we're
about
good.
it.
Okay.
that's good because I cannot move like any without like going.
Well, I
over.
wonder if we're able to, I wonder if at the end of the show, if we're able to turn off the mic somehow, and you're able to move this off, just slightly to the left.
And that gives me.
And then we get a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's
We
a
get a
Dave
little this
question.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can shut off the mic.
Yes, that would be
We're
great.
probably, if we get music, we're gonna play that at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome, so we should be rehearsing.
When you guys are done bowing each, you all bow.
Yeah.
And also.
We're gonna
you put-
fall.
Also, you put your hand back to the tech.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
The thing.
Tech. Back
backstage. Final bow.
Yeah, then we go one more time.
Standing on the
I
other
feel like we should reverse that again.
I was gonna say, let's run it
Let's do
again.
that again.
Couldn't call again.
So it would be very naturally and go back first.
Well, yeah.
I do think when we're exiting the
Yes.
at the end, we're all getting like stuck in the back. I do. If you guys are like exiting, you should probably like curl around.
Yeah. You need to anticipate who's coming out first, so
People are going.
the ones that are last need to go further back.
Like push yourself more this way.
Okay, lights out. And then lights up for bows.
I'm clapping, I just have paper.
Oh, it stops for us.
I'm so clapping. There's two people living on it. Saying no claps. Are you gonna clap like really loud?
Sure. There you go.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
No.
We're gonna fall. Gary, I'm gonna sit over you.
There's another one after.
That's okay.
There.
And then ask one more time.
One more.
Gesture to the backstage crew.
Nobody.
Because it's gonna be, what's his name?
Thank you, Matthew.
How about just anyone
Naomi.
who's sitting
Yes.
right there?
Oh, yeah.
Just all we're pointing.
Naomi's
Bikinis.
coming, yes.
Yeah,
They'll be
they
their
should.
opening night.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
All right, let's run through the suspense cues really quick. The end of suspense with sound, I mean. Okay. Mics are on. All right, so for those of you who are doing Sophronia, at the end. Okay, at the end, when Sophronia is singing "When Man's Work Is Done" after Hiram is killed, an orchestrated version of "Work for the Night Is Coming" will come on and play for, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds, something like that. Then Sophronia goes to, "There's only one more page, shall I read it to you?" Okay? Then when we get down to "Nurse, isn't my dear brother-in-law Hiram really dead?" then there's going to be a music accent. Then Ellie says, "Yes, miss, he's dead." And then the theme comes back up, and then Anthony does his exit while the music, over the music. Okay, does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, so let's try it from, we've just killed Hiram, and now Sophronia is going to say, "When man's work is done." I have it on 49.
I'll say it so happily. Hold on one sec.
And now you can actually sing it.
Wait, right here. Okay.
When man's work is done.
How long do you want me to wait? So when it fades out? Do you want me to start speaking?
Yeah, it does the two phrases and then it starts to fade. You can start right there.
Okay, just wondering
After
if you
the
wanted me
second
to
phrase.
stop. I was just wondering if you wanted me to talk over it or wait to talk when it
Wait
fades.
for the two phrases and then start talking and it'll fade out.
Okay, can
under
we try
you.
that one more time?
Sure.
Thank you. Now? Okay.
but this is the last time.
March 22nd, I've been sick, I think, for a very long time. The pages of my diary are blank, but I shall take you out again, poor diary, today and start you over again. No, I shall never look back at the other pages. I shall only write on and on about this beautiful place so that no one reading this diary will ever know that I did it.
Okay,
Then
go
going
down
on.
to not this time or ever again.
Not this time or ever again, because he's dead, isn't he, Nurse? Nurse, isn't my dear brother-in-law Hiram really dead?
Yeah, she skipped to the.
Yeah, she told me to skip ahead.
I did, sorry.
Ooh, that's abrupt.
Okay, so go for because he's dead. You got that? And then you start. There's only one more page.
Yeah, there's only one more page. Shall I read it to you? Then all that stuff, then we
Okay.
skip ahead.
Then skip it forward to because he's dead.
Because he's dead, isn't he, Nurse? Nurse, isn't my dear brother-in-law Hiram really dead?
Yes, miss, he's dead. Oh, thank you didn't hand me that diary. The doctor doesn't approve of his patients writing anything.
And so closes the Diary of Sophronia Winters, tonight's tale of suspense. This is your narrator, the man in black, who conveys to you an invitation to spend this half hour in suspense with us again.
Hold on 1 second.
Gotta get those music cues.
We gotta get the music cues, right?
Yeah, wait. So, after the man in black says, so closes the diary, then I have,
Tonight's tale of
I have music there.
Yeah.
So, you said that,
Isn't my brother,
now I'm gonna play this.
Dad, I'll look at her, and then I'll look at you. Because I'm gonna address it to her first.
So you'll start with, and so closes the Diary of Sophronia Winters, tonight's tale of, and then he starts the music,
I play this music.
and then you say suspense, and then you go on with this is your narrator.
So in reality, when I play this music, I'm gonna turn it down because you're supposed to narrate through it.
Okay.
So let me go back to it again. And what you said tonight's tale of, you can say suspense. Talk through this.
This is your narrator, the man in black, who conveys to you an invitation to spend this half hour in suspense with us again. Until then, we leave you in suspense.
And so everybody, 2 minutes, make,
He's going that way.
Okay, is there any trouble spots you guys wanna work before you do notes?
I don't think so.
Just one thing on the effect.
Yes.
So, there's places where it says when and transition.
I know, AC.
Alec, you're at the stage.
Huh?
You're at the mic.
I'm sorry.
Andre is at the table. You're at the table at times where it
See if
says,
it's actually like a
it
2
says FX, like transition.
It's easy.
But you're not transitioning anything.
Because
Good night. See you when I get back.
music thing, that's what our understanding was.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so there's one place where it says FX.
Yeah.
We
Try
might
unmute
do
it,
that,
see if
and
that
I'm playing that one. But all the other ones that say FX transition, maybe it's the
Alright, got it.
xylophone, I'm not
That's
sure.
what I was gonna say.
Pretty good. 2 hours, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, is 70% of my battery.
Yeah, we